beaver in the tree. Yep, there it is. Which one is that? Maple. Maple, you're in a tree. Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from Cerro Gordo Zoo, doing a little bit more work here on the zoo for your eyeballs and ear holes to enjoy. Last episode, we did some fun stuff. We did some fun stuff here behind me. This is really difficult walking backwards. We did some fun stuff behind me here, creating this jungle-like exhibit for the sloths, and you guys absolutely killed it with the naming suggestions for that, so thank you so much for that. I've got a few to go over here in this episode, but what else are we going to be building? We're going to be building some fun stuff. I have a bunch of animals that I have not actually built exhibits for. I've got a lot of them captured, but I don't have a lot of animals built, or their exhibits built yet. Now, if you look, let's actually get a little airborne here. If you look up here, we actually do have a whole lot of exhibits already built, but there's just a lot to do. There's still a lot of animals to do. So let's go take a look at all the animals that I still have to build exhibits for. Okay, all right, here we are, down in this little storage area of mine here. I've made this chest right here, bam, okay? Now, these are the animals I don't have exhibits for yet, and this is only one animal representing each one that I don't have, okay? So there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that I still have to build exhibits for. And then there's also here, the large cats, okay? So there's 5 of them here. So there's 5 more nets added to this, imagine that. So that's what we got. Down here are all the ones for the aquarium. I'm going to do those later on, as soon as I figure out just what I'm actually doing for the aquarium. And then up here are all the other animals that I have to find a little home for. So I think I might pick this one. Let's do the black spider monkeys. Let's make an exhibit for them. But before we get to doing the spider monkeys, we have some sloths to name. So let's get to it. Big shout out to Sloth Buddy 206 and Bunny Eilish for this one. Actually, we're going to go with Slakoth. Okay, now that is a Pokemon that evolves into Slaking and is modeled after a sloth. So why not name one Slakoth? And then by popular demand, we're going to go with Sid. All right, now Sid is the sloth from Ice Age. I've actually seen, I think I've seen every single one of those things. I know I saw the first one, and I saw the second one for sure, but I saw the first one a lot. So Sid is what we're going to go with. Now, big shout out to Charlie J21, Noah, Bunny Eilish, and Nacho Snake for suggesting that one. A lot of you guys were actually saying that one. All right, and for the third one, we're going to go with Flash. Now, Flash is the sloth from Zootopia. I haven't actually seen that, but you guys informed me that that's who it is in there. I guess he's the one that works for the DMV that goes like super slow. Anyway, that big shout out to Matt Myers, Kathy Clism, and Love to Craft for all suggesting Flash. And then it just wouldn't be right. We have a commenter, a viewer out there watching these videos named Sloth Buddy. Okay, so shout out to Sloth Buddy 206. We're just gonna name this one Buddy. After you, and as ironically though, actually you weren't the only one who suggested that. Not for the same reason though, but Kathy Clism also suggested the name Buddy. So interesting that you guys kind of both came up with that name for different reasons. Weird. All right, we have to add these things. Now I don't exactly foresee sloths outrunning me to get out of here, so maybe I'll just leave the door wide open on this one. But let's go ahead and put down Slakoth first. Now Slakoth, we'll put him right there, and Slakoth is a male. All right, next we're going to put down Buddy. Buddy goes right there. Bam, there you go. And Buddy is a male as well. Next is Sid. We'll slap him down. I almost tried to name the dead leaf pile. Put them down there. He's got a little mark on his back. That's interesting. Sid is a female. I don't think he's going to mind, though. He seems kind of like an interesting sort from Ice Age. Oh, she's making a break for it. There she goes. Off to the races. Let's quick name this one here. Bam, throw that one down. This one is going to be Flash, and that changes the color to the Zootopia one. I actually did not know that. Oh, actually, look at this. They're actually getting away. They actually are going to outrun. Look. Oh, Sid, you're trying to make an escape. Get back in there. There we go. Okay, so that's interesting. So Flash actually changes the color. It is an Easter egg. That's one I did not know. Last season, I never actually did get the sloths put in the zoo because I didn't find any. Where did it go? Is it Where's Flash? Oh, okay, there he is right there. Look at that. Okay, so it changes the color of them. Nifty. So it looks like the one from Zootopia. That's awesome. I did not know that. But what I do know is that it's nighttime and creepers be creeping. So I need to get to sleep before we get to work on the rest of the episode today. big thank you to everyone who submits names for these animals. If I didn't select yours, please try again on this episode, because I'm going to have some spider monkeys that I need named. I think I have 4 of them. Maybe 3. I don't know. We'll find out before the end of the episode. But if I didn't select your name this week, please try again next week. I have a lot of animals still to name and a lot of things to do here. Look at these guys. They're just adorable. That's his butt. Okay, so I need to do some more carving here, though. And I'm going to probably skip the time lapse again because it's just me digging out a hole. But I'm going to have to carve out a new section of the mines here, because let's pull up the map real quick here and let's change it to daytime. Let's look where I am, okay? Right here. So we go in and then we have this little T-shaped top right here in the mines right now. Now this way nears the ocean, okay? So if I go this way, I might actually have to break out into the ocean, which I'm kind of for, actually. I'm not against that idea, but I wasn't planning on it, because that could be like a cool overview of some of the aquarium in the future. But for right now, I'm going to sticking to the right-hand side, because over here is all underneath the mountain. So I have a lot of room to work with over here. So we're going to go this way, and we're going to try to come up with something this way. Let's first grab ourselves a little bit of wood here, and we're going to outline a new path that we can go down. Now, do I want to keep it nice and tall like what I've been doing here? I also never added the detail on this one like I did on this over here. I'm only now noticing that. True professional. I could go this way. Do I want to keep it just as tall? I'm kind of tempted to. I like this being more of a facility than just a mine, actually, for this part, because there's going to be a lot of exhibits in here. There's a lot of small animals that I need to make exhibits for. So, and the spider monkeys are just one of them. They're also going to be very noisy too, I just remembered. So this is going to be probably a little annoying, but it doesn't have to be like in grid shape either. I don't have to like go down so far and put down one here. I can actually just kind of slap this bad boy wherever I want. And maybe we'll actually not make it like a huge, tall thing instead. We'll actually make it just kind of like a standard mine shaft. Ooh, actually, just now thought of it while I'm doing this. What if we actually created more of like what we were seeing traditionally in the other mines here? And actually, hold on. Wait, let me pull up the map again. So under, nah, wrong thing. This one. What if, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm pressing all sorts of buttons. I'm trying to move the map. There we go. What if it connected to the aviary section here? It could totally do that. That'd be interesting. I don't know. I'll have to give it more thought on that one. But we need to dig this thing out a little bit, and we're gonna maybe actually that's what we'll do. We'll create these little off branches of smaller caverns, like cave networks and stuff, that have a whole bunch of exhibits on them too. So I'm kind of liking that idea. All right, I have to get to digging. I'm gonna dig this out a little ways, make it look a little bit more like a cave, and then I'll be right back. Something kind of along the lines of this. Now, this is just rough cut in here. I haven't actually done anything. I didn't run into too many other stone variants other than andesite, which was kind of nice. Pleasant surprise for once. And, well, I mean, I ran into some of this, some coal ore, but beside that, not much. I didn't run into any bird poop this time. Now, this main hallway right here, I'm thinking will be maybe even more of like a... maybe more like a rest area kind of thing, you know, benches and tables and stuff, similar to what we put on top of the second floor of the aviary. You know, I'm thinking it might go right in here. Would be kind of a cool idea. But for right now, I'm going to focus back here because I want to add an exhibit in today's episode, and I want to put the black spider monkeys like right here, I'm thinking. So these tunnel networks kind of going through here, these mines basically will have, I mean, that's what they're supposed to be, it's Cerro Gordo. These mines will have all the exhibits dotted inside them there. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because if you look at the map, I do not have a lot of room in this valley anymore, okay? And there's still, and you saw the chest in the beginning of the episode, I still have a lot of animals to add into this. So I can fit a couple in here, maybe a couple in there, and then the large cats over here, and then I'm on to the aquarium. There's no more room. So I have to find a place to put these things, and if we're making a mining colony, why not throw them in the mines? So we're going to put them in here for sure. Now, I need to dig this area out too, and I kind of like the idea how this is almost like a little archway right here, of putting them right in here. So as you're walking down the mines looking, you'll be like, oh, hey, there's monkeys. There's monkeys. There's also leg spikes, but there's monkeys. So I'm thinking about just inhaling a chicken, and then maybe getting to work on doing a whole lot of digging here. So let me get to that real quick. All right, voila. We have ourselves a cave to work with here. Now, I didn't even think about it, but this is probably going to be very similar to the last episode with the jungle exhibit, because it's got to be kind of jungle-esque, I'd assume. To be honest, I never actually looked up spider monkeys, but I believe they live in, like... Hold on one second. Let me go look at this. Okay, yeah, the rainforests of the northern part of South America. That's apparently what the Google tells me these things live in. So I guess it is going to be very similar to like a jungle-esque kind of look. Kind of probably very similar to the sloth exhibit. Will fit in right here. I want to make sure I at least match their location kind of roughly correctly from what I can imagine it being. I don't really spend too much time in rainforests. I live more in deciduous forests myself. So I need to probably remove this land here and replace it with grasses to start off, just like what I usually do in my exhibits. It gives me a blank palette to work with. Grass is put in place. Now, I'm going to definitely be adding, if I can pull up the right backpack, some of this green concrete powder for sure. I love the way it looks when you mix it with the grass. But I also want to make this look a little bit more, I mean, it's rainforest, so we're talking like high humidity, right? So there might actually be like a little bit of mud spattered in with this one, actually, I'm thinking. And do I have, maybe in the backpack pack, save me, I need you desperately. There it is. It's a little bit of podzol, yep, for sure. Sprinkle that in here, and yeah, we're going to need some coarse dirt for sure. I guess we'll start with that, and maybe I'll overdo it a little bit so that it actually looks like there's more mud actually built into the ground, so that it kind of seems more, I don't know, I think rainforest, I think like definitely not a dry, arid environment, so I'm going to be adding the podzol and the mud sprinkled in throughout all this to kind of get that, drive that point home, as well as probably doing a couple little spots of water with the lily pads on it too, so it almost looks, I don't want to say bog-like, but it might look a little similar to that. So let's start off by adding in the green concrete powder. Okay, I don't really want to add too many spots of concrete powder because I do want to make sure that I have enough room to make some of the grass grow. It's sort of my downfall in the exhibit back there is I didn't have a lot of room for the grass to grow. So I want to kind of limit myself a little bit on this one. So let's go move on to, let's actually start adding in the podzol, and then we'll sprinkle in the brown terracotta to represent the mud. Okay, that's a nice even disbursement of podzol, I'm thinking. Okay, so now the mud, I know it's not mud. In case you guys are wondering, or if you're just now tuning into the series, and you're wondering why I'm not actually using the mud block instead of using terracotta like I am, it's because the mud block the animals get stuck in. So otherwise, I absolutely would, actually. I think that it would look really good to use the mud block, but unfortunately, no. Animals like to get stuck in it, so we're going to limit ourselves on that. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle this in relatively heavily because I think that it would look pretty good when you start mixing that all together with the podzol and stuff. So yeah, let me just sprinkle this in places. Okay, and then finally we're going to dot in some of this coarse dirt, give it a little bit more of a dirty look on the floor here. I guess if the podzol and the mud wasn't enough of driving that point home, we're going to add in a little bit of this coarse dirt too. All right, I think that's beautiful. I think that's good for the floor, actually. I don't really know if I want to add any more to that. I might later on drop in that water block here or there and, get to work on putting the lily pads on top of it, but I think that's pretty good for now. So we got ourselves a nice little cave here. This should be plenty of room for about 3 or 4 spider monkeys. So now we have to just doodad this up. Now, again, with the foliage, I'm thinking that it's going to have to come draping down off the roof again, covering up this area, kind of almost creating like a curtain around the viewing area here, so that it's heavy over here, heavy over there, and then it's a little bit more open in the middle here where we can actually see the spider monkeys themselves. They are going to want to climb on stuff too, so I guess maybe what I'll do is I'll start off with the foliage. Let's get some jungle leaves out here and some oak leaves. We'll start off with the foliage, and then we'll worry about the tree trunk that I'm thinking about putting like a root going right up the middle. I mean, normally I'm not a fan of symmetrical builds, but in this case it might look a little symmetrical because we have this nice open shape here, and I'm thinking about putting a root right up the middle, right into the roof, and then that'll have like little branches and stuff off of it that the spider monkeys can climb on. But yeah, maybe I should add that first, actually, come to think of it. That might actually make a little bit more sense. Let's open up the wood backpack, look around and scratch our chin, see what we got. Okay, we got some jungle wood here. Let's see if we can't, I'm going to probably need that axe. Let's see if we can't work with that here. So, let's see, I wanted to end up coming out of here. One more over, right, one over, like right there. Wanted to come out of there, and I wanted to kind of twist and turn a little bit. So, might take a little bit of finessing, but I'm thinking something along the lines of coming down to right about here. Maybe over one? Yeah, like right here. Actually, the base has got to be a little bit thicker anyway, so let's go ahead and actually start. I'm gonna work on this a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit of fine detailing here, but let me see if I can come up with something that doesn't look terrible. Okay, I'm thinking something like that. Okay, a little bit of work put into that, but it looks like a pile of wood right now, but I'm thinking something kind of like that. Now, let's get around to adding the leaves. I'm not actually sold on this, but let's get around to adding the leaves, because every time I'm not sold on a build, I end up adding the foliage, and then all of a sudden it starts becoming a lot more clear as to what this is going to look like. So, might have to punch a little bit more of this out here. But let's get to work on adding leaves up in here. It's a little tall here. I might actually have to put down some blocks. But and we're gonna see what this ends up turning into in the end. Oh yeah, okay, so that's looking better. Okay, we got a lot of leaves put in. A lot of leaves. Now I've mixed in a little bit of spruce also. A little bit of spruce leaves, kind of give it like a darker canopy. I was going to put lights up there also, but you know, I'm thinking that with the spruce leaves up there, making it kind of look darker up near the top of the canopy there, or the base of the tree really, or the base of the canopy is what I'm trying to say. I think that makes it look actually a little bit better. So maybe I'll leave the lights out of the roof on this thing and just keep them kind of hidden along the base of this. Now, the base of this also has to have quite a bit of vegetation in it, too, because, I mean, it's supposed to be a rainforest-like, right? So maybe I should probably add the water right about now. Just a couple patches of it, maybe somewhere in the front here. Yeah, like right in this area someplace. There we go. Okay. A little bit of water in the ground there should work out pretty good for the spider monkeys. Get a little drink of water there occasionally. This is supposed to be not an arid environment anyway, so I want to make sure that it really drive the point home that this is like a damp, like a soil on the ground here. So, okay, now let's talk about the rest of the vegetation here. I am going to add like the path blocks and stuff. Actually, I should probably do that now. I should add the path blocks in here so that I can kind of... they don't have to be very heavy. Ooh, I need to fix that. They don't need to be very heavy though, because I want there to be room for the foliage down below, so I don't really want to go too nuts on the path blocks. And plus, the monkeys themselves, I'm thinking would be hanging out more in the trees than anything else. Eee, there is some bird poop. Yeah, the monkeys themselves, I'm thinking will be hanging out more in the tree than they will anywhere else. So I don't really want to go too heavy with the path blocks. Just the occasional one dotted here or there. I'm thinking will look pretty good. Okay, now let's talk about the other vegetation on the ground. We don't need the ground blocks anymore. We do need to put some of the. We need to put the bird poop away, for example. We need to put some of it away. But what we're gonna need is the bat backpack. I gotta get some of these leaves back out here, and then I'm also gonna need to get the plant backpack, which I have in my hotbar. Look at that. So. I don't really know if there's anything else I really want to add to this as far as like other details, stone pile, logs, stuff like that, little things, you know, little decorative things in there. I don't think I need to add anything else. I think the tree is a pretty awesome centerpiece already, and it kind of works with everything else. Now, if I really wanted to, I could actually fit a few of these leaves behind the wall, kind of to drive home the point that this is more jungle-esque, which I might actually do. Maybe I do need the ground backpack. Do I have any these things in here, and do I have any stairs? I don't think I have any stairs, but I can fix that really quick. Now I have stairs. I need some more cobble of all things. Don't I have any more cobble anywhere? I have a piece right there. That's not a lot. A little bit more right there. Okay, I got some to work with. So yeah, if I make a couple stairs here, I can probably fit in a couple of leaves behind the area. I need to figure out a place to hide some of this lighting though. Alright, well I can start by squeezing a block of glowstone back there. And then if I take the jungle leaves and fill this area in, the light still comes out, and I believe I can even put down a half slab there and the light will still come out. So it lights up the back area just a little bit. So a little bit more backlit because of that. I do need to make sure that I fill in all of these shadowy areas here in the exhibit itself too. So I think I'm going to do the old trusty bury a glowstone and under a leaf block to get that to happen. Alright, I think that works out the lighting alright. Let me actually get rid of this one real quick and take a peek. Yeah, I think that the lighting is just fine in here now. I got the glowstone hidden under the ground in various spots, like here and somewhere back here and somewhere over here. So that should light up the exhibit just fine. Obviously, there's still spots that it probably could spawn like up in there, but I can find ways around that. Let's get the slabs and this going here. I wouldn't mind adding like another spot like that somewhere, maybe on the side here. Something like that. Now, this whole design of carving things into the wall actually came out of my build that I did for VintageCraft Season 2 with the... Oh, I don't have any more glowstone. I gotta go get more glowstone. VintageCraft Season 2... Oh, it's nighttime. Creepers be creeping. VintageCraft Season 2, when I did the sewers underneath the Kingdom of Babel, I designed them so that they had like a little area behind the sewer wall that was like exposed, where it was like the whole thing was dug into sandstone, but the sewers themselves were made out of brick. Well, the brick was crumbling, and behind it you can still see the exposed sandstone. So that's kind of where I get this idea from, where I can see like the exposed area behind it, is from that. So that's one of my own brainchilds there. So, we meet again, Creeper. I heard you were creeping. Oh, look at you creeping. Don't do it. Don't make me do it. You're going down, Creeper. Still freaks me out whenever I hear them hiss. Alright, so yeah, creepers be creeping out here at nighttime. Holy cow. Alright, I have plenty of glowstone in here though, so no worries. Let's get back to doing some building. Okay, but this effect really only works if you actually have the wall kind of crumbling a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of extra detailing around here so it makes it look like the wall is sort of falling apart. Oops, didn't mean to put that there. Sort of falling apart. Kind of like that. So it looks like it's kind of crumbling down like that. Okay, same thing over here and over here. I did the same thing to make it look a little bit more crumbling, like it's collapsing. And then I think we're ready to get around to adding the foliage. I didn't actually do anything fun with the roof. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can't... let me get a blank crafting grid here, and we'll actually make a few of these things here. See if we can't have a couple of these things kind of hanging down in various places. Just kind of add to the cave-like look, so it looks like some of the stalactites are hanging out through the leaves themselves. There we go. Got some stalactites hanging down from the ceiling. And, I think they're stalactites, stalagmites. I can never remember. People tell me every single time in the comments whenever I screw that up, and it never clicks. It's either they're hanging on tight, or they're hanging on with all their might. It's one of those two, and I can never remember how it goes, because one of them is like, it's like there's supposed to be some kind of saying to let you remember whether these are stalactites or stalagmites. I think they're hanging on with all their might, so I think these are stalagmites. I can't remember. Comment section, let me know these things, because I'm a big old da-da-da and I can never remember them. Okay, I think we're ready for plants though. Like, I could add a few of the bushes and stuff on the ground. It wouldn't be a bad idea, especially like in this area where there's a little bit of dead space. Maybe slap in a couple of something or another's, just like that even. Something very simple and basic. Just kind of dotting the land with a little bit of foliage on the ground, I think goes a long way. Especially around where the lights are, so it almost looks like it kind of makes sense for there to be, you know, leaf blocks sticking into the ground. Just even adding, like I said, just a very little bit in places, I think adds a whole lot of detail to this place. Now that the leaf blocks have been added, I think this looks pretty overgrown. This looks very overgrown, actually. Let's get to work on putting down some plants in here. Okay, so these bromelade things, or whatever they're called, look pretty good. Slap a couple of them in places here. And then we'll see what else we got. I think that I'm gonna have to go get more of those things, I think. We also have bamboo. I have this, like, the Biomes of Plenty and the ZAWA bamboo in here. I guess we'll stick with the ZAWA stuff. Bamboo kind of makes sense why that could be in here. Let's go ahead and grow that up too, and we're gonna do the old trickaroo with the string so that hopefully this doesn't grow any farther. I do, however, need a block of something, and we'll just use this. Put that there, and then I need another one. That using crafting benches as placeholders. So okay, so that looks pretty good. How does it look from the front though? Can you see those things? Oh yeah, that looks good. I like that nice little detail. I actually used bamboo successfully. Look at me go. I'm learning. I'm doing it. I'm playing the game. I think toadstools would probably be a good idea too, just to kind of emphasize how this is kind of a damp area. And I think putting them down here would work pretty good too. Kind of dotting the area around with this, actually. I don't want to make it look like a swamp, though. I'm teetering closely on doing that right now, though. Yeah, I think that's plenty for the toadstools, though. So I have these carby. I think these are actually flowers, actually. I don't actually know what these things are, nor do I know if they're found in a rainforest. We're going to sprinkle them in, though, just because I think it looks good. After all, that's what this is all about, is putting things down that look good. Speaking of flowers, I guess there might actually be some flowers or something in one of these rainforest areas. So I should probably take a peek in here and see what... these aren't flowers. I don't know why those are in there. Golden sparks. I think I think this was found in a field, to be honest. I can't remember. A legume. I only have one of those things. Well, legume, you are going to be added into this exhibit here. Look at you go. I wouldn't mind a little bit more color in there, though. So wildflowers. That sounds more like a field. Peach flower, bellflowers. I don't know. I think it's found more mountainy areas. I don't know rainforests too well. So Rafflesia, I mean, these things can fit in here. I'm sure these kind of look like a rainforest-esque looking place, don't they? Maybe slap in a couple of these in kind of places like that. Yeah, actually, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Now, I'm getting a little overcrowded now with the plants already, so I don't really know if there's anything else I really want to add into this. I don't think there's anything else I really need to add into this, to be honest. So maybe we'll add a little bit of dead leaves to kind of represent, you know, leaves falling off the canopy, and a dead bush. I was about to say thorn, but a dead bush or something like that, just to show that there's vegetation around here that actually didn't make it. We'll put it back there. I don't want to have that be the driving, like, impression of this area. Yeah, I think just something hidden back there. I think it looks pretty good. All right, let's dot some leaves in here, and then we'll call our quits and say this is good enough. Actually, real quick, we're gonna dot in just a stone or two as well in this area, because I'm pretty sure rocks exist in the rainforest. Maybe not all over the place, but I'm pretty sure that you'll see the occasional pebble or something on the ground. So, okay, final detail done. Now it's time to add the bone meal, all right? Gonna make this pop with the grass popping out of the ground. Ta-da! All right, I'm thinking that's gonna be it. There is our spider monkey exhibit. It's a little clustered because there's, I mean, it's supposed to be a rainforest. So look. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. Ooh, inspiration is a tingling. Rainforests generally have water in them, right? Like I added this little bit here, but what if we actually had water dripping from the canopy in places? How cool would that be? That's gonna take a little bit of work though. I'm gonna have to probably grab my bucket. I'm gonna have to hide this in the ceiling. Now this water actually does not actually have 3,000 in it, I don't believe. If you look at the traveler backpack, it's almost empty. It's a glitch in the game. So I actually have to make sure that I create an infinite water source for this right now. So I'm gonna, so I can fill this back up. Maybe we'll just put it right here just temporarily. Because I used 2 buckets in the exhibit itself. So now it's actually empty. So now I can actually fill up my backpack again. So I don't have to worry about that ever again. Okay, backpack filled up. Now I do have to squeeze this in places. And maybe that stone right there is not very easily visible. So I'm thinking about knocking that out and then knocking out the thing in front of it. Ooh, I didn't think about this. This is going to pour all over the place. Ooh, okay, hold on, better idea. So, I mean, I'm going to do it. It's just that I'm going to pillar up right here. I just need a block of some kind. Where's my ground blocks? A block of some kind. Bird poop. I have a purpose for you so that I have to remove you later on. Okay, so let's pillar up right here. Let's see if I can't get on top of that by some funky parkour. All right, and then what I want to do is, oh, actually, hold on, I want to go back here. I want to replace the stone that was here, and then I want to, hopefully there's no gravel above me, put the, how am I going to get out of here? Like that. Okay, this is going to be really tedious for such a little detail, but I think I can get away with doing that. And then, and then, the bird poop blocks are gonna get the best of me. I'm gonna just take some regular stone. Go away, bird poop. I guess I didn't find no use for you. And then we're gonna fill this back in. Oh no, 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 dang it. Oh, there goes all my concrete. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Ugh. Oh, actually, hold on. It just wiped out the... Oh, it only turned this to concrete. Okay, I thought it was gonna wipe out the entire exhibit down here. It just flooded into here and wiped out the lily pads, which I found one of them. Oh, I just found the other one. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was gonna be, but it was still pretty bad. Okay, so yeah, that's where the water's gonna be hiding up there. Ugh, this turned into a way more difficult project than what I intended. I blame the bird poop. I blame the bird poop. That was what did it for sure. I think the worst thing about this is that it's not even in the right spot. that block was 1 block higher up. So it's not even in the right spot. I did it in the wrong spot. Ugh. 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 Alright, we're doing this the awkward way. There we go. Like that. Alright, so yeah, and then this... Okay, yeah, I screwed this up big time. It'd be cool, I said, if there was, like, water dripping from the ceiling, I said. Would you get out of here? You just scared the crap out of me. Holy cow. I'm sitting here sorting through blocks. I just replaced the concrete with concrete powder again. I was just combing through here trying to get some of the other blocks out of here to kind of fix my flub there. And that Enderman just scared the crap out of me. Oh, okay. Whew, I think I'm good. All right, so now the very little detail of the water dripping from the ceiling here, like that, is in this one spot. I wouldn't mind adding it one other spot, but I'm worried that I'm going to horribly destroy everything. So I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'll find a spot right here. This is where it's gonna be. So the water needs to go right there. Little bit more careful planning this time. Of course, there's a worm clogging my inventory. Clogging my inventory. Now this isn't a dump chest, but I just used it like one just because I need to get some more room in my inventory. It's a little dark up here too, but we need a bottle, or we need a bucket of water, and then right there, that's where it goes. Now let's just seal this all up. Hopefully I did that right. And I think the last thing I gotta seal this up here, and then the last thing I gotta do is just add that right there. I think that's it. That went way better than the first attempt. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's water dripping out of there. Oh, yeah. Okay, so small little detail. Was it worth it, or was that a giant gargantuan waste of time? I'll let you guys decide that. Okay, I think that's a complete exhibit. Now, there is still one more thing to do, and that is to add add the glass barrier in front. I don't need the shears. I don't know why I grabbed those. I need the chisel. Add the glass barrier in front. So let's chisel. There we go. Good. Let's put the chisel back. I'm opening up all sorts of menus. Sorry if anyone has epilepsy. Let's go ahead and put this all the way across here. And then fill this completely in too. And then this will be completely filled in as well. And that is the Spider Monkey exhibit done. Hopefully. What do you guys think? Does this kind of look like a Spider Monkey exhibit? Let's go ahead and pop this open real quick, though, just because I'm going to have to get in here to actually add them in the next episode, though. But all right, I am going to wrap up the episode here. So if you did enjoy, please go down and smash that like button. It would really help me out a lot. And thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs. And hold on one second. We don't know how many Spider Monkeys I have. 5. I have 5 of them, actually. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so I need 5 Black Spider Monkey names. If you guys don't mind, down in the comment section, I'd really appreciate it. All right, I'm going to wrap this episode up here. So, if you did enjoy, please be sure to smash that like button. And thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye!